Welcome to the deep dive. A warm hello to all of you listening, especially those who've, well, navigated life for 60 years or more. There often comes that quiet moment. Maybe you look in the mirror and you wonder, what happened to the guy I used to be? Perhaps that feeling that the fire isn't quite there anymore, weaker erections maybe, stamina disappearing, intimacy feeling like a struggle sometimes. It's actually a really common thing, something lots of men over 60 feel, but often don't talk about. It's easy to just chalk it up to age, right? Settle into a kind of quiet frustration. But what if I told you that decline isn't necessarily destiny? What if the truth is simpler? Maybe you've just been missing two forgotten ingredients that might already be hiding in your kitchen.
That's a fascinating point, isn't it? It's surprising how often modern medicine, with all its advances, can sometimes skip right past the simplest solutions. And our research points to exactly that. There are these two natural spices, ancient, really powerful, and, increasingly backed by science. They have the potential to help boost testosterone naturally, improve blood flow, even calm your nerves and sort of reignite that vitality, and maybe without a single prescription. So, our mission today in this deep dive is to explore what these spices are, how they actually work, and how you can use them effectively. Because the real secret isn't just knowing the names, it's understanding how they work together, how to prepare them properly, and maybe the one mistake most men make that kind of ruins their effect.
Exactly. So if you're ready to explore some ideas that could genuinely help revive your male power, well, this is where it begins. Let's dive in.
Okay, first, let's just acknowledge that experience, that sort of quiet fade of masculine energy after 60. It's usually not sudden, is it?
No, rarely. It's more like a slow, silent process. You might notice less energy in the morning, perhaps. Erection's not as strong, recovery taking longer. Maybe the drive just feels a bit duller.
Hmm.
And it's not just physical, right? There's an emotional side too. Men can start to doubt themselves, maybe pull away from intimacy a bit, stop initiating things.
It's true, and it can really impact confidence. But here's the important thing to understand. This often isn't just aging like some kind of unavoidable sentence. It's more accurately a series of small, interconnected biological changes, things affecting blood flow, hormones, nerve sensitivity, even digestion and mental tension. Tiny shifts in how blood vessels work, maybe subtle changes in hormone signals. But once you start to understand the underlying cause, the potential solutions become much clearer.
That's a much more empowering way to look at it. So if it's not just getting old, where do we find the tools to help? Is it always the pharmacy, or like our ancestors believed, could the answer be closer? In the kitchen, maybe?
Well, that's the fascinating part when you look at traditional wisdom. Our ancestors often didn't draw a sharp line between food and medicine. They just knew certain things helped. And that leads us to what we now call functional foods. These are basically natural ingredients, often herbs and spices, that contain compounds with real, measurable biological power. We're talking about antioxidants fighting inflammation, certain oils that help open up blood vessels, molecules that can support testosterone pathways, phytonutrients protecting nerves. It's quite complex, but also beautifully simple. Science now has the tools to actually study and confirm what traditional knowledge held for ages. Certain foods really can heal and support the body.
It's amazing when that ancient wisdom gets backed up by modern
Yes,
science.
exactly. They can support the very systems responsible for male energy, performance, and vitality. It's about working with the body.
Okay, so let's get into the first of these two standout spices. This one's known for being subtle, calming, and it might just be a key to unlocking your confidence again.
That's cardamom, the green pod. Tradition really understood its essence. Inside you find compounds like cineol, limon, terpenyl acetate, technical names, but what they do is help relax blood vessels.
Relax them. How does that help?
Think of it like easing tension in a garden hose. When the vessels relax, blood flows more freely everywhere in the body, including, yes, to those areas crucial for a man's confidence.
Ah, okay. Makes sense.
And it doesn't stop there. Cardamom is also great for calming the digestive system, easing that bloating or heaviness that can sometimes get in the way. It also has anti-inflammatory effects, supports the nervous system. Importantly, it helps lower stress. That sort of silent background anxiety many men carry. Cardamom can gently help dial that down.
Okay, practical stuff then. How do you actually use cardamom correctly to get these benefits?
One really direct way is simply chewing the pods. Take 2 whole green cardamom pods, make sure they're green, not black, and just lightly crush them between your fingers first. Just enough to break the skin a bit. Then, slowly chew the seeds inside. Let the flavor and the oils mix with your saliva. That helps them get absorbed right into your bloodstream.
And what might you feel?
Many people report Pretty quickly, actually. A gentle warmth maybe in the chest, a bit more clarity in their thinking, and just a noticeable sense of calm settling over their nerves.
And if chewing isn't your thing,
Tea is another excellent way. Just steep 2 or 3 crushed pods in hot water, not boiling, just hot for about 10 minutes. Sipping that, maybe after dinner or even before an intimate moment, can really help relax the gut and put your body in a more responsive state.
good tips. Now, is it a case of more is better?
Definitely not with cardamom. Too much can actually irritate the stomach or cause, well, loose bowels for some. Start small. 2 pods is usually plenty. The key is consistency, not quantity. Gentle, regular use is best.
Right, consistency. Okay, so cardamom sets a calm foundation, but sometimes you need a bit more. Spark. Right, that brings us to the second spice. Very different energy.
Completely different, yes.
Yeah, but that's clove. You know the smell? Sharp, bold, almost electric. It wakes you up. My grandfather used to chew one before important meetings. He said it focused him.
It's a perfect description of clove's energy. It's fiery, bold, and the science backs that up. The star player in clove is an oil called eugenol.
Eugenol, okay.
Eugenol is a bit of a game changer. It acts as a natural vasodilator, again, opening up blood vessels, but it seems to do it in a way that enhances oxygen flow and gives your heart a little extra push. Not like a harsh stimulant that burns you out, more like it strengthens and reinforces the energy that's already inside you, helping sustain performance.
So specifically for intimacy, how might that help?
Well, beside the blood flow, it also supports nerve function. This can sharpen sensory response, but interestingly also seems to increase control. That can be helpful for issues like early release or just general fatigue during intimacy.
Better control, more endurance.
Yeah.
Got it.
Exactly. Plus, like cardamom, it helps soothe digestion and creates a kind of warming feeling in the gut. You feel lighter, more ready. People often report feeling more present, mind clearer, body more engaged.
All right, so how do you use clove for that kind of peak performance?
Again, chewing is very effective. Take maybe 2 whole cloves, just 2, and slowly chew them. Timing is key here. Maybe 20 to 30 minutes before intimacy.
Okay.
Let those oils release. The taste is strong, yeah. Bold, spicy, aromatic. That's the eugenol. That's the signal of its strength.
And what would you feel?
You might notice a warmth spreading, perhaps in your chest, or just a kind of steady alertness kicking in. That's it working, enhancing circulation, stimulating the nerves gently, sharpening focus.
And if the taste is too much, or for a gentler effect?
The tea method works here too. Steep 2 or 3 cloves in hot water for about 10 minutes. It provides a gentler release of the oils, which might be better if you have a sensitive stomach.
Good to have options. Now, any cautions with clove? It sounds quite potent.
It is potent, so yes, caution is needed. Clove is not for everyone. Critically, if you're taking blood thinners, or if you have very low blood pressure naturally, you absolutely must talk to your doctor before trying clove. It can interact.
Okay, very important point.
And even if those don't apply, more is definitely not better. Stick to maybe 3 or 4 cloves maximum in a whole day. Less is often more with something this powerful.
Understood. So we have the calming cardamom and the fiery clove. You mentioned earlier the secret is how they work together.
Exactly. This is where it gets really interesting. It's about synergy. That's a term we use in medicine, where 2 separate things, when you combine them, produce an effect much greater than either one could alone.
Like 1 + 1 = 3 sort of thing?
Precisely. Cardamom and clove achieve this beautifully. You see, one calms, the other ignites. One opens the door, metaphorically speaking, and the other brings the energy through it.
Okay, break that down. How does that feel in the body?
Think of it like this. Cardamom lays the foundation. It opens up those blood vessels, it relaxes your digestion, it settles that underlying nervous tension that can really sabotage intimacy.
Right, it gets you receptive.
Exactly. Then, clove steps in. With the pathways open, so strengthens that blood flow, sharpens the senses, and fuels endurance. It builds on the calm state cardamom created.
So it creates a kind of rhythm.
A rhythm your body understands, yes. Calm breath, steady heart, confident control. We hear from older patients, men who try this combination consistently. They often say they feel that again.
That being.
Not just the physical response, but the mental state too. Feeling more in tune with their own bodies, less anxious, more connected, simply more alive. It's really about reclaiming balance, not desperately chasing youth.
Balance, not just brute force. I like that. Now, you hinted there's more to it than just the spices themselves. Something about ritual.
Yes, this is perhaps one of the most powerful techniques that men, well, that we all tend to ignore. Creating a ritual. I don't just mean a routine. Ritual is about adding meaning, intention.
Why is that so powerful? Just taking a moment.
It sends a profound signal to your mind. It says, I am preparing, I'm shifting gears, I am ready. This simple act actually helps calm the nervous system, lower stress hormones like cortisol, and it gently nudges your body into what's called the parasympathetic mode. That's your rest, digest, and connect state. Absolutely essential for relaxation, control, and good intimacy.
The opposite of fight or flight.
Exactly. Plus, the brain loves consistency. When you repeat this ritual, it starts to build confidence over time. Your mind learns, okay, this is the cue to relax and be present. Doubt starts to fade.
So a practical example. How might someone create this ritual?
It could be really simple. Maybe in the evening when things are quiet, not rushed, you take your 2 cardamom pods, your 2 clove buds, you gently crush them, and then you just sit and chew them slowly. No phone, no TV. Just focusing on the act, the taste, the warmth, consciously telling yourself you're nurturing your body, preparing for connection. 5 minutes is all it takes.
That sounds achievable and powerful. Okay, one more piece you mentioned, posture. How does that fit in for men over 60?
Yes. Posture is probably one of the most overlooked aspects of male performance and comfort after 60. We have to remember, intimacy isn't just emotional, it's physical. Very physical. And let's be real. Joints might be stiffer, backs might complain more, hips might not have the same range of motion. That's normal. It doesn't mean things stop. It just means we need to adapt intelligently.
Adapt how? What kind of postures work better?
It's about finding positions that protect your body, that extend your endurance because you're not straining, and that reduce pressure. This lets you focus on the connection, not on discomfort.
Makes total sense. Any specific examples?
Sure. Often, positions where your partner takes a more active role, perhaps being on top, can significantly ease strain on your spine, your knees, your hips. It allows you to relax more into the experience.
Okay, that's one idea.
Another really good one is side-by-side spooning. It's incredibly gentle, very intimate, and puts almost zero weight or pressure on your joints. You might be surprised how much longer and more comfortably you can stay connected when your body feels safe and supported.
Less strain equals more focus on the moment.
Precisely. And there's a huge psychological benefit, too. When your body feels safe and comfortable, your mind lets go of worry or self-consciousness. And when the mind lets go, intimacy just flows. It becomes deeper, more natural, far more fulfilling.
That connection between physical comfort and mental freedom is huge.
It really is. So I guess the final thought I want to leave you with is this. If you're experiencing changes in strength or stamina or that inner spark, it's truly not the end of the story. Think of it more like a signal, a quiet message from your body just saying, hey, I need something a little different now. And the encouraging part is the solutions don't always need to be complicated or come from a pharmacy. Sometimes real support comes from the smallest things. 2 humble spices. A quiet moment of preparation, a smart shift in posture, even just a breath taken without rush or fear.
That's a powerful perspective. You are still a man, still fully capable of love, of pleasure, of deep connection. Your body hasn't given up on you. Maybe it's just waiting for you to listen in a new way. So perhaps this is an invitation to slow down a bit, to honor yourself, and to rediscover the powerful, innate rhythm of being a man, strong, present, truly alive. Because that fire you thought might be gone, it's almost certainly still there. You might just need the right spark, the right conditions to bring it back to life. Thank you so much for joining us today on this deep dive. If what we talked about resonated with you, please do like this session, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to our channel. We'll keep bringing you more natural, science-backed tips designed to help you revive your strength and vitality.